hopefully y'all can see pretty well. I got the flash on, so you know, whatever. But yeah, I guess I'll show you the difficult shit. We'll start off with the worst of it. The absolute worst thing, the most horrible part, putting this kit in. You can't even see it. Oh yeah, you can. Right there. That fucking bolt. The three other bolts, they thread right into the header. So you have 1 right here, 2 and 3 that thread right into the header. But that bitch right there on the corner, it doesn't thread. Now, as you can see, it's quite a bitch to get in there. Quite a fucking bitch. Apparently, you take the exhaust part of the turbo off or something. I don't fucking know. You're supposed to do something. Maybe you take this part of the turbo off and it makes it easier. This part right here, I don't know. Good luck trying to figure out how to get that to fucking tighten. Apparently, people are using a crow's foot and an extension and maybe a wobble socket or some shit, but I know we was looking at that shit for at least 30 minutes or more, trying to figure that shit the fuck out. It was difficult to say the least. Now, I guess moving on from that, the other difficult things that you had to do, I guess the oil return line. As you can see, my oil return line is, hold up, let me see if I can get a good view of it. Damn, it's really hard to see this shit. You can see the fucking down there. You see the little gold part? Fuck, it's like right there. We cut the hose too short, so it was really close to the fucking timing belt. In fact, I wish you could see. Yeah, it's right there. It's really close to the timing belt. I mean, it's still kind of close, but before it was like touching it, and it was even cutting through the line a little bit. So that was fucking extremely bad. So I just took basically some of this stuff. I tied it into a little, kind of like a piece of thread, sort of. Like I just tied it over itself. I figured that wouldn't melt or nothing with the heat. And I just tied that around the fucking the oil line, and then I got a fucking little, right there, you can see it. I got a stainless fucking zip tie looking thing, and I tied that to the fucking housing of the fan, and that seems to have kept it away for now. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but it's good for now. I'm actually gonna do an A&N fitting. Got some guys at E Squared Motorsports over here in Freeport. They're gonna help me out. They're gonna put that on. Well, they help me out. I'm paying them, but still, they're gonna give me a nice little A&N fitting for my fucking oil pan, so I don't have this problem. I guess it's not necessary now that I got it away. Like, I got it away from the timing belt, but it's definitely peace of mind, in the very least. Now, I guess moving on to something else, you have the Evap. Okay. There's the Evap lines. I believe everybody said they're under this shit. They're under this. Apparently the Evap lines come off very easily, especially if you're running boost. Apparently you can literally just like slide them off real easily, just with your hands. So you want to clamp those, but taking this shit off is a bitch. They take manifold. But apparently people are recommending that you just take off the throttle body and you can get in there, apparently. Don't ask me how. Look that up on your own, because I haven't done it yet. I figured all this out afterwards. But this is why I'm telling y'all about it now in this video, so y'all don't have to go through what I go through. Also, I'll show you this shit. The vacuum lines. Now, how we did the vacuum lines was, we wanted to keep, in case we wanted to go back to stock, instead of cutting into this vacuum line, we just got another vacuum hose and clamped that on there and put the T, and then there you go. That was pretty simple. Yeah, mad people was making mad noise, so I just turned off the video, whatever. So I just put a T into there, you know, we got this one separate, put it on there, whatever, clamped everything down. This way we can go back to completely stock if we want to easily, but only problem with that is, as you can see, the cover's not on mine. When you do this, you ain't putting the cover back on, basically. It's just not happening. Could just be because of this, I don't fucking know. But I don't give a fuck about that cover. I don't care about looks, as long as it functions properly. I guess I'll show you this. On the blow-off line, vacuum for the blow-off line, we routed that under here, under the intake and all that good shit, because you want it to be the quickest route possible to up here, because you don't want any delay. The longer the line, the more the delay on your blow-off valve, and you want that to vent the pressure as quickly as possible when you don't need boost anymore. Otherwise, you might get surge and all this other bullshit. You want your blow-off valve to work as efficiently as motherfucking possible. Now, the fucking, what do you call this shit? Heat shield? Heat something, fuck it, who cares? I'm drawing a blank right now. You want that to go on before you do this shit, before you even put the fucking, I guess you gotta put the header on first, but you want to put this on as early as possible, because once you get everything on in here and everything, it is really hard to get the shit in. Now, people are always asking about doing it. Don't even use the clamps. This shit's not going anywhere. I'm pulling on it right now. It's not fucking going anywhere. You don't need the clamps. Just sit the shit on top. Make the wide side go over here, because this is where the arms are for the wastegate, and just sit that bitch on there. You're good. Problem solved. Simple. Moving on, you have the downpipe. Don't be like me. Wrap that shit better. I thought I did a good job, but I came home after work and did this shit, and I did a shitty job. The problem is, fuck, it's hard to show you. There's two pipes. There's the big pipe, and then there's another pipe that goes on also. And where the pipe goes on, it doesn't make a easy surface to wrap because it's not flat. So the fucking wrap just falls off, kind of, and you need just ties upon ties of stainless steel ties. I don't know, man. I was gonna make a video about how to wrap all your shit, but obviously I'm not the person you want to ask about that. Now, also, I got scolded pretty much on the Facebook because Chris said not to wrap the header, and I was gonna do it anyway. Apparently, if you wrap the header, I guess you'll just be trapping heat inside the header, and then, like, I guess when it's heat cycling, it'll be going from very hot to cold and all that other shit, and I guess it'll wear out the header faster. But that's up to you. It'll keep more heat out of the engine bay. Replacing a header is better than replacing a whole bunch of other shit. But I'm not tracking the car or anything, so I'm not looking to wrap everything. I don't really give a fuck. I even, like, wrapping this, I checked. The fans are fine. Everything's good. Fuck it. Who cares? Also, lines like this, you want to wrap those with the reflector gold or whatever else you're using to reflect heat away. Wrap that. Basically, if you see something and it's near heat, you wrap it. If it's not near heat and you don't know if you should wrap it or not, just wrap it. Who cares? The worst that comes to worst, you buy more reflector gold, but you don't want anything melting on you. That would be severely fucking bad. The fucking hose clamps and shit. Now, the actual clamps, as you can see, this one's a little different than the other ones. This came in the kit. All these other ones came in the kit. This one didn't, because I don't know, it's not just me, but a lot of other people there. At some point you might just, like, not have a hose clamp big enough, so get some extra hose clamps. You might as well upgrade them anyway. You can find better ones for pretty cheap, so whatever, just get some extra hose clamps before you start your install, because you're running around don't got no hose clamps. You're gonna have to go back and get them later, but whatever. But also the fucking couplers, which one was it exactly? This one was hard as fuck to get on. You can kind of see like little markings. I'm trying to focus. That's from soap, basically. Now, the ends of the coupler is like the damn near the same size as what you're putting it on. So you need to put it on, put some soap on it, and like spin the shit on at an angle, and just spin it on until you get it fucking on. It's pretty fucking difficult, especially if you're not going to use any soap or some type of lubricant. Soap will dry up, so that's why I use soap. You put it on there, the shit's gonna dry up later. So just soap up the inside of that shit, maybe the tip of the pipe, ayo, and spin that shit on that shit. It's probably gonna cut up especially on these parts, it's gonna cut up the coupler a little bit, but you'll be alright. Is that everything? Might be everything. Everything else on the kit was pretty damn simple, honestly. Like, they say it's plug and play, it's fucking plug and play. We didn't even do the bracket for the bottom of the intercooler. You can't see the shit anyway. There's the bottom bracket on the intercooler. We were supposed to drill that or some shit. We didn't even do that, honestly. We just put the top one on, and it's been fine. Eventually, I'll go back and fix everything, tidy everything up. My interior's all fucked up, running hoses and all these wires and shit through it. I don't care, it drives. We had a bunch of problems. I had a problem with my tune, but I'll probably explain that later in this video. But I think that's pretty much everything. The kit wasn't difficult to put on at all. That's all the stuff that I think stood out to me that you might want to know. So yeah, you know, down pipe, wrap that properly, oil return line, make sure that's not right next to the fucking timing belt. Clamp the fucking evap hoses down under the fucking intake manifold. Vacuum lines, make sure you plan that out beforehand, or just do what I did. Fuck it. I'll probably come out with another video for doing the boost gauge also later, probably, I don't know, next week or some shit, who knows. Wrap your header if you want to. Wrap everything, reflect the gold in fucking sight near heat. Hose clamps, buy some extra ones. Hose couplers, use soap. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Now let's see.
Peace.